Alright, so we have mixed 4 colors with orange. I am going to start with orange as my base coat. Alright, to sharpen my pencil. And I'm going to start off. I can always add heavier pressure later, but I'm going to start off with a light pressure first. Now, we have to understand that the sun up here is our light source. So that's going to be our brightest area. So I'm going light right now. I'm using the side of my pencil just to give a nice base coat. And also notice how my pencil is moving. I am moving it around the shape, staying in the lines, and I'm moving it in a circular motion to help give the illusion that this piece is three-dimensional. Alright. My edges will darken up as they go down, but I want to leave color on even the brightest spots. Alright. It will get heavier with the orange towards the edge. I had a pretty decent even coat on here, but I'm going to come back in and add a little bit more of a darker tone. I can add a little more pressure, clean up those edges. I don't want to see really any white paper coming through. Notice I'm putting heavier pressure back here than I am towards the center. I can rotate my paper if I need to make life easier on me. Just don't crinkle that paper when it comes close to your belly. Feather that there's a little bit, making it brighter towards the sun area. Center that more underneath the camera here a little bit. The orange needs to be the dominant color in this piece. Notice how I'm working around. Notice how I'm trying to not really show any of the pencil strokes as much as I can. Getting rid of any kind of harsh lines, harsh divisions, feathering it out towards the sun area. Now I gotta pick 4 more colors to add to this yet. This is building upon the black and white that you did first semester. But the expectations of this semester, your presentation has to be stronger and your blending has to be smooth. Alright? Now to this, I get to pick any 4 colors I want. So my first color that I'm going to pick to go with this, that I think will look nice, is going to be a yellow. I like how the yellow is going to blend it. I like how bright it is against that orange. And yellow and red make up orange, so it only makes sense to me to have some yellow in there. Now you can pick another color, but it should be a brighter color. You want to have your brightest colors be next to the sun area right there. Remember, I can always go back in and have heavier pressure later on. If I put too heavy a pressure in the beginning, it can really be a problem later on when I want to layer. I'd rather layer with softer, gentler strokes. I can always add more. Now I'm going to come in, I think, with a really strong red. Nice crimson. Don't want that crimson to go, that red to go all the way up there by the sun, because I don't want to give its darkest components just to the back. That's a hint of it up there. I'm going to turn my shape. I'm trying to think of what my next color is going to be. If I go really kind of extreme and go the opposite direction, maybe put in a blue or something, I don't know yet. But I get to choose the other 4 colors. my yellow back in. Giving it a bit of a heavier pressure this time. And some more of my orange. I'm going to feather this and blend this all together now. Bring some more of that dominant color back in. Still have more colors to work with yet. Oops, I'm off the screen here. That'll happen. That'll happen. I'm going to go for, this time, a little bit of a nice strong blue. Nice deep blue. Just get that edge with it. It's the darkest section. Now I am going to go back on top of this with orange, because orange will be the dominant color. Orange was the base coat. And then orange will actually blend things together when I come back on top of it again. This is all about experimenting. So there's really no wrong or right color to choose. It's just comes down to, we want you to experiment with how these all work together. Alright? You can see the color change of the pencil between the red and the yellow. I want you to be aware of that. And then I think I'm going to add some green. I'm not going to do a bright green, just going to do a little bit of a forest green. Not much of this one. Not much of this one. Now, you are going to have to look at the example in class. The camera does change the look of this to a certain extent. I'm noticing it's a little bit brighter on the camera, and some parts look like they're not filled in to the lens. Probably looks like I'm doing nothing right there on the camera. Side of my pencil's put a little bit of green in there. Uh-oh, don't like that. Can we get rid of that a little bit? Let's see. Yeah, got rid of that. I'm going to go back with a little bit of blue to make that back edge nice and dark. Back here, I'm trying to get my pencil in my hand out of the way here. And I'm still going to go back on those with orange. I'm going to finish this off with a coat of orange. Here we go. Let's see how this one turns out. Here we go. Bringing the orange back in. Go over the whole thing this time. Really let that orange shine through. Using it to help blend with other colors. You can see how the brightness and the contrast changes on the camera as I move my hand around, but you are going to have to take a look at this in person. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'll put a little more red in here. So we've got 3 colors mixed with orange. Orange being the dominant color that I used, the one I use most of. And I'm about to call this guy. Yours can be lighter than this. You can use different colors. The only color you have to use, that is mandatory, is orange. Alright, is the orange. Let me clean this little edge up here a little bit. Get a little smudge right there, right down there. We call that guy done.